Well, you know, folks, as I look at this photograph, I see two people that they care about each other. I'm sure they deeply do. But also, you know, these are the same two people that said that they had no issues with the corner not stopping the fight. Well, I tell you what, if looks could tell a story, y'all, these two, they've written a complete book. Stay tuned. Can anybody explain this? Why do these guys keep watching these videos? They know they don't like this channel. They too stupid not to watch the videos. Explain. Coach Shelton Harrison putting all you know to shame. Haters in my comment section can't stand my name. Say you hate my videos, but your watch is still the same. Nothing else to do because your life is just lame. You a troll like that, a simp like that, a wimp like that, so fat like that you a blimp like that. I don't give a piss. How you gonna explain this? Get what you think, cause this is my channel. Forget about your feelings, cause the truth is hard to handle. Tick, 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 tock. Popcorn, pop, tart, fart. Leave a racist comment and you will get blocked. Coach Shelton Harrison, there never be no comparison. You're live on the show, sit back and have a listen. And that's just the way that is. Alright. LDBC. It is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, guys. So, you know, we've all been hearing, you know, what the Pennington camp, Rocky Pennington, Tisha Torres, and even people like Misha Tate, you know, they're saying that, hey, well, I don't have a problem with, you know, Rocky's corner not stopping the fight. Really? Okay. See, let me tell you guys something, okay? And it's something about the fight game, okay? You know, the fight game, you know, you can be famous, but do you know that the majority of the people who fight, you know, the majority of these people, you know, that they never reach stardom? You know that only the top 1% of these fighters ever become a household name? And do you know what happens to the other 99% of these people that fight? They never make it. They never make it. And what does that mean? Okay? See, here's the thing, okay? You know, it's easy for people to say, even former fighters that ain't never fought, okay? It's easy for them to say, you know what? Yeah, let the fight continue. But they're not in there. It's easy for a trainer who ain't been in there and took damage for I don't know how many years. It's easy for him to say that. I want to tell y'all a story, okay? I want to tell y'all a story. You know, when I was coming up in sports, okay, I had this attitude where I didn't want anybody working harder than me. So the first sport I ever played was football. And, you know, there was a guy ahead of me. We were both fullbacks. He was ahead of me. And I'm going to make the connection here in a minute. He was ahead of me, and I didn't like it. So practice would be out at 5 o'clock, and I'd stay at practice till about 10:30 at night. I'm talking about I'd be running pass routes. And I was so stubborn that, you know, even for me to take a water break, you know, I wouldn't do it because I figured that for the 3 minutes that I took a water break, somebody else was working harder than me. Like, I used to think that, but it wasn't rational. When I did track and field, same thing. You know, I threw the discus, and there was a guy that beat me at a track meet. So practice got out at 4:15, but I stayed at practice till around midnight. It was crazy, man. I would stay at my high school's track till midnight working on the same thing. And it's called obsessive compulsive, like I am. I've had it for years. But see, back then it was very dangerous. And then, you know, only then when I began to find balance was when I started, you know, boxing for the first time. And my boxing coach, we called him Sensei. He was a ghetto sensei. That was his name, you know. We all called him that. I mean, he was a wealthy guy, had a lot of money, but, you know, every day and still to this day, he goes over into the hood and he teaches, you know, kids how to box. And, you know, he would always put everything in these parables, and he used to piss me off. He used to piss me off when he put stuff in parables. I never could get it back then, but now as an adult, I understand what he was saying. And so one day, you know, I was in there, we were sparring, and one guy kept getting the best of me. And so, you know, he would pull me out, he would clean me up, and you know, my nose had been broken, and I ain't tell him that. But, you know, he pulled me out, he cleaned me up, and then I said, yo, man, I want to get back in there. And he'd be like, no, just wait a minute, man. Just wait a minute. Watch some of these other guys. I said, nah, man, I got to get back in there. And so, you know, one day, you know, he said to me, he said, you know, because you have no balance. And I said, what you mean? I don't have balance. He said, the reason why you're failing is because you don't have balance. And so I did a handstand. I said, Sensei, come on, man, cut it out, bro. Look, man, I got plenty of balance. Look. He said, no. He said, you're failing because he said, you're failing because you lack balance. And he pointed to the top of his head, his temple.
And he was saying that I didn't have mental balance. See, I was so obsessed with just trying to learn how to box and throw the perfect jab and do this, that the other parts of my life was slipping, man. You know, things like school, you know, it just, everything was slipping. And, you know, he was saying that coach, well, he didn't call me coach back then, but when you get the other parts of your life right and balanced, he said, you'll be successful. He said, but you lack balance. He said, that's your problem. He said, if you gain balance, then you're able to gain success. See, he would always quote stuff like this, and I never forgot some of the stuff he said. Now, bring back Rocky Pennington, man. So, you know, Rocky's coaches, after Rocky said, hey, I'm done, you know, I don't think I can do this, he told her, encouraged her, look, go back into the octagon. You see, the problem is, man, that a fighter's team, they've got to protect the fighter from themselves. Because most fighters, they're warriors. They're going to go out. See, unfortunately, this is not a death match, okay? It's an MMA bout that got rules. If it was a death match, then, okay, I can understand, you know, yeah, you better fight to the death. But see, that's not what this is. This is a sport. It's a contact sport, and at the end of the day, these fighters got to go home. Okay, these fighters, they got to go home. They got to go to their house. Somebody loved them. And, you know, yeah, injuries happen in the octagon. But at the end of the day, these fighters, what they want to do, they want to go home. Okay, their loved ones, their moms, their dads, their cousins, they all want to see these fighters alive. And to have a corner, you know, knowing the girl damaged, know the girl probably broke her leg when Amanda kicked it the first time. I mean, you know, it's almost selfish. And don't say that you're doing this for the fighter. Don't say that you're doing that. Because if you're doing it for the fighter, then don't you want the fighter to live so you can help coach him and train him another day? Man. And it used to always, man, I used to always, you know, and I thought about that. And then I thought about what Sensei, he was telling me, man. He told me in one fight, okay, he looked at me and I was losing the fight. And see, but he knew that I was in no danger of being, you know, like permanently damaged. He looked at me and he said, when your mind begins to think, your mind will begin to move. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? We in the corner. It's a fight, you know, and I'm losing this fight. He said, when your mind begins to think, your mind will begin to move. And right then and there, you know, it just hit me. I got it. You know, I thought I couldn't beat this guy. I thought I literally couldn't beat him. And then I just pictured myself beating him, and I did it. But see, the situation was different. I wasn't, you know, my nose wasn't broken, you know. I didn't have my eyes closed shut. I was getting beat, but, you know, the situation was different. And that was a fight that he pulled me out of, and I said, I can go. I'm still good. I'm in this. He said, the man that don't use wisdom is the man that don't care about life. I got that one. And so he stopped the fight. But see, here go the thing, man. It don't make you not a warrior to stop a fight. Because clearly we knew who the dominant fighter was in that fight. And if you're thinking anything else, I mean, you stupid. Like, I had a guy come to the comment section. You know, Rocky, no, you don't know what I'm talking about. Yes, I do. I know a fighter that's about to get damaged. And let me tell you something right now, okay? Let me tell you something. No, Rocky Pennington wanted that fight stopped. I don't care what she said that, oh, well, you know, my corner ain't to blame. Look, man, the girl wanted the fight stopped. Did Tisha Torres at the beginning of this video, did she look like, you know, she was happy? Look, let's look at this photograph. Hold on, let me put that picture back. Not that one. Does Tisha Torres, did she look like she was happy? I mean, did Tisha Torres look like she was happy? Here, I'll show it to you. Okay, there it is. I found it. Does Tisha Torres look happy? Does Rocky Pennington look happy? Do any of these people look happy? No, man. This is a girl who definitely, she's demoralized. I know her confidence is shattered. And I know for a fact that this woman don't think that you know, I don't even think she believe her next fight's going to be good. I mean, can you see Tisha Torres' face? These are not people that wanted this fight to continue. I don't care what you say. But see, you know, you got people like Miesha Tate talking about, nope, I have no issues, but it's the same Miesha Tate that choked out. So, Miesha, if you didn't have any idea, if you ain't had no, I mean, if you didn't have any problem with it, why you tap out against Amanda Nunes then? You know why you tap out? Because you know what's about to happen. You know the inevitable is about to happen. Okay? You tap out because you know that you can't continue. Funny, isn't it? Funny how she get that. But, you know, when it come to this right here, well, I can understand why. No. When you fought Rocky Pennington yourself, Miesha Tate, why did you cover up in the ball and you just defended your head? because you can no longer continue. That's universal. I want y'all to think about something, okay? See, when the corner, and these are guys who, the corners, you know what? They let them take one too many punches and kicks. See, tell that to the family of this guy, or this guy, or this guy, okay? What about this guy right here who was murdered? Well, not murdered, but he got killed in the octagon. Okay? What about this guy right here? Or what about her? That's right, the first woman to ever have been killed in a boxing match. See, tell that to their families. You know what these trainers are going to be? When Rocky Pennington is done with fighting, and if Rocky Pennington is in a wheelchair for the rest of her life, if Rocky Pennington can't see out of one eye, who you think got to take care of her? Who do you think got to take care of her? Who do you think might be around to do it? Tisha Torres. Are these trainers going to be around? Absolutely not. The trainers will be nowhere to be found. Think about it. Because see, next time, you get in a fight, a trainer's supposed to care about that fighter. They're supposed to care. And I'm sorry, this fight should have been stopped after the second round. Okay? I don't care what these people say. Look at Rocky's face, man. I thought she broke an orbital bone, but I guarantee you her leg broken. I guarantee you that leg's broke. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.